Okay, good morning.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning, everybody.
Hey,
So,
Gary.
so I'm going to cut class 5 minutes early,
Oh,
but so we got to get it done. And Kathy may leave early, so don't worry about her. And so let's go ahead. We got to warm it up. We got to warm it up. We got to warm. That's it. Warm it. So, I am out and about, and I hardly run into a person now that's not got their vaccine. So I'm curious about the center when they're thinking about bringing us back. Not that I actually have to tell you, I don't mind doing this from home. And then to the side, but it will be nice to see everybody in person. Okay, so side, make sure you drop your head, lift your chest up. Okay, the other side. We go side to side because you can feel how your shoulder blades will change. Your arms going back. Okay, and then forward, we do shoulder rotation, rotating that hand. Oh, Doreen, that looks so good. God, she hasn't skipped a beat. There you go. Reach. Nice full deep breath through your nose. Make sure, Mal, you rotate that thumb all the way under. There you go. Beautiful. Nice full deep breaths. Barbara's in. Okay. That's it. And then we're going to remember when we go over the head, to make sure I'm not hitting the fan and the thing, it looks like I'm touching the fan. Make sure you get that elbow to go straight. Kathy, you're absolutely right about this one. You want to push that elbow straight. Look, in the class, we don't have a mirror, but when we're doing Zoom, we can glance at ourselves because it's like a mirror, right? And so push that elbow straight, really push. And let's do the other side. Push. Because if you go with a half elbow and your elbow not fully extended, you're not going to feel it all the way to your waist. And when you push that elbow straight, boy, do you feel it. And then again, nice full deep breaths. And then I'm going to roll my shoulders. Roll, roll, roll. Like feel your shoulder blades moving on your upper back. I mean, the biggest thing I find in this last year or so is that the tension we've built up in our shoulders. Squeeze. I was listening to a nice podcast yesterday. And the other thing is, and I'm saying this because I'm getting a nice hit of sunshine on me right now, is, we're coming out of the winter. Many of us have not had good D supply, vitamin D supply, okay? Vitamin D, shake those shoulders. And so, if you're doing your like checkups with your doctors and whatnot, get your vitamin D in your blood work. Check your vitamin D and your magnesium levels. Really important. Shake those hands out. Okay. And, this doctor that was talking said, a half hour in direct sunlight. So, get your little lounge chair set up in a beautiful spot outside, right? Rock those arms and give yourself that nice half hour of sunshine, right? Get out in your gardens, let your skin get the sunlight. Right? Half hour, it's really good. Okay, and then swing those arms up, lift, up, lift. Nice full deep breath, everybody, right? And then take those arms, lift up high, swing high. Nice deep breath. So breathing's really important, and boy, is the air. And at least, in my gardens, I have some flowers that are coming out right now, like my fragrant viburnum. Okay, now swing down low. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful, so fragrant. My brother who did my landscaping, you know, he plants them under windows. So when you crack the window open, you get this beautiful smell of fragrant viburnum this time of the year. Usually comes out this weekend, and mine is out. It's so pretty. Okay, take the arm, nice backstroke, backstroke. And of course, if you haven't been, you know, Taft Farms, I always put in a great plug for them. Their peonies or pansies are so beautiful. Even if you don't have a big garden or even pots around your house, go over there. Oh my God, those pansies, they just smile at you. It's such a, it's a nice thing. And I always love to take a little walk through the greenhouse there. Okay, both arms. That's one business where I was talking to Sue the other day in the greenhouse, and she said that COVID has been good to them. Really, their business just went off the charts. Open, open. Okay, now march. You're gonna march your legs. Got to get that lower half. All right. So not only am I marching, but try and push and point your toes down. You know, as you lift your knee up, press your toes, because we want to wake up that lower leg, and then turn your feet in. Nice full deep breath. Turn your toes out. Why do I do that? That's all variation. Then I'm going to do a crossover, and I'm going to let my arms go. And once my balance is good, I'm going to let my arms go with it. Get a little waist. And also, if you start to bring your arms up higher to shoulder level, you're going to really feel this ringing out through the waist. That's it. And then cross behind and let your arms swing across. And really use your yoga mats, people, and try and reach your toe all the way to the back corner. So that means take a big step. Step and reach. And let your arms swing. Now, as my leg reaches behind, I'm going to take this same arm and reach it over my head. I'm going to reach it over my head so it's here. And remember, we're trying to push our elbow straight, and we're trying to get our knee straight. Nice reach. Nice full deep breath. Right?
Or a lot.
Okay, now take your knee. Lift it. Good. Lift, lift. Reach that knee. Okay, so when you bring your knee high, what it does is stretch out your gluteal muscles, your butt. You know, your largest muscle in the body is your butt. Okay, reach across. That's it. Sometimes our bellies are bigger than our butts, but they shouldn't be. Okay, not my class. Everybody's good here. Okay, lift out to the side. That's it. Right, we're taking, the inner thigh should be getting a little stretch. Right, and then legs are shoulder width. We're gonna sit and stand. Okay, you should, so on this, because we're definitely gonna do squats today, this is like your little squat warm up. All right, feel your knees. Listen to what they're saying to you. Many times the first two squats, your knee goes, oh God. And then as you grease it and move a little, you know, it starts to soften up. Circulation, we got to get circulation in there. Good. Okay, take a nice deep breath and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay, nice little workout today. For those of you that came in right at 8, I let people know that I'm going to close the class 5 minutes early today. So let's get it done. We can get it done. and get our stretches too. So remembering your water, always having your weights close by, but we're going to go right to the mat. So my workouts since COVID, you know, one of the things we don't all have is my favorite tool, which is straps, stretchy straps, but it's allowed me to focus on other things. One of the things that's really important that I've taught for years is the Krause-Weber correctives. And we're going to start with a straight roll down, abdominal roll down, just a nice straight legged. But I want you really focusing on rolling your back out. I want you to feel your back roll out. I want you to, and if you don't, Kathy's actually doing a great thing right now. She's taking a strap and putting it around the bottom of her feet, because it'll make her slow it down. And because you're pulling against the strap, it will allow you to contract your abdomen a little bit more. You can also use the block between your knees, which is a nice way of getting the lower abdominal engaged. So let's go ahead and do 15, which I don't think for this class is asking too much. I think 15 reps at our age, you know, is perfectly acceptable. And the other reason that I do the sit-ups, the abdominal series, I kind of intertwine them with strengthening exercises. And so by the time we're done, we've done about 100 abdominal, individual abdominal exercises, like repetitions, but we've broken them up over the hour. So you're doing like 100, really, maybe more, 150 if we're doing 15. Okay. And when I talk about an abdominal series, I'm talking about our entire core. I'm talking about our core that helps us stand up tall. So that means front, side, and back abdominals. Okay. So let's do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's finish this one off really well. Okay, so go ahead and come on up. Okay, and what I want you to do here is take a sip of water. I want you to grab a set of weights. Okay. Get yourself all situated. So I'm going to take my block for the first set, because why not? Why not make sure my knees are all happy? Now I have my weights at my side, but I want my shoulders. A lot of times when we put a weight in our hand, we automatically find we round our shoulders a little bit. Pinch those shoulders back and get your chest, your sternum tall without arching your back too much. Squeeze the block, pull that belly in. Okay, so I'm taking time for my setup, because my setup is more important than the exercise itself. So now I'm squeezing the block, my shoulders are tall, and I'm going to squat, come up, bicep curl. Squat, come up, bicep curl. Now, when you're doing the bicep curl, your legs are not doing anything. They're active. They're squeezing the block, and you feel your butt going tight. When you do a bicep curl, you want your shoulder blades back, and you're curling, and you're keeping your elbows at your side. Now, biceps tend to be a stronger muscle, just out of sheer fact that we use them more. We use them to carry. We use them to lift, okay? And so those biceps, when you do this, you're probably saying, you know, this isn't too bad, okay? It's when you're doing like triceps and deltoids that things start to change a little bit. So you should feel your thigh muscles, okay? You're squeezing. When I come up, I'm pulling the shoulder blades back. I'm squeezing the block. I'm feeling my butt. And I also want to know that I'm active on my feet, that I feel my feet come through the earth, you know, that they're planted and they're helping me lift. I want to lift up tall through my head. I want my posture really good at the top of this. 3, how about a nice deep breath? 2, perfect. And 1. Okay, put your your weights down, go down to the floor. Okay, so this is, because I don't have straps, what I have decided as part of this workout, not only are we incorporating our abdominals throughout, but getting up and down off the ground to practice, because you need to be able to get up and off the ground, okay? I'm not going to be like my mother-in-law who got stuck between the table in the living room and the couch and didn't have her own strength to get up off the ground. Okay, so I'm bending my knees. Okay, she's a nurse, so she wouldn't mind me telling you that. Plus, it's encouraged her to go back to class. Squeeze the knees against the block. You're going to tuck. You're going to basically have the same technique as a straight-legged sit-up, right? I want to roll. If you have problems getting up, you can use a strap, you can use your thighs, but we're going to do 15 of these. Let's do 12 more. Yeah. So the workouts that I try and do for you, you know, when I think about what we're doing, what I like to think about is that we're going to do just a well-rounded class, okay? Because I'm only seeing you 1 day a week. And so I really not sure what else people are doing. Hopefully you're getting out there. Hopefully you're out walking, you're getting your gardens together, you're doing whatever you love, you know. And exercise, you know, I'll have the argument with anybody any day, and all of you know it, is exercise is so key to good health. I actually had my sister in town for her birthday, and we were sitting at the table, and, you know, she really said for her birthday, she wanted to have a very organic meal, which was easy to do here in the Berkshires. And so she said, you know, as I get older, I realize it's so important that you know what you put into your body. And I said, but just as important, Mare, we need to exercise. We need to do something every day, even if it's 15 minutes. Okay, you're going to come up. You're going to stand up. All righty. Perfect. Okay, let's get our weights again. Some people, we're going to do a little deltoid work. Some people might want their lighter weights. Why would it go lighter on the deltoid? The deltoid is a little grouping of muscles here. Okay, they're small. All right, so we don't want to hurt them. Biceps bigger, triceps are bigger. Deltoids cap the shoulder. The other thing you really have to make sure when you're doing deltoids is that your shoulders are not rolled. Get them back. Okay, we don't want the joint pinching. All right, so here, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to be able to use the block this time because my legs are a little wider, but my arms are going to be at my sides. All right, so I'm going to go down, up. I'm going to take my arms, bring them in, go down, come up, out, down, and squat, come up, in. Now, it's really important here that our bellies are tall and our shoulders are tall. And why am I doing 2 directions on these deltoids? So that I can at least get 2 groupings And we'll get the third part of the deltoid in today as well. Okay, so you're only going shoulder level, up, down, in. Get that belly nice and tall, everybody. Now, the one thing I will say about deltoids is when you keep going, if you picked a weight that is too heavy, your whole form is going to be junk. All right. So there's nothing wrong with getting halfway through this and saying, you know what, I picked the wrong weight and run over and grab another weight, or put the weight down and follow without. Okay. Up, out, down. Sorry. Chest, head. Okay. Make sure your head's tall on your shoulders and slightly tucked in so that this belly is really engaged. Okay. Up. Okay, let's do 5 more of these. Up. So when I'm up, right, where is your butt? Your butt is squeezing to help. Your butt is the base of this, right? Your torso. So if the butt's hanging, the chest is hanging. So get your butt tall, get that chest tall, lift your belly high. Up, out, down. 2 more, come on. Up, in. So you're probably gonna feel this one more on the arms than on the legs. But again, the legs are gonna get their workout today. You know, just doing squats like this are gonna help. Okay, take your weights, put them down. I'm gonna grab my block, I'm gonna take a sip of water, and I'm going down for psoas. So psoas can be done a couple ways. Okay, psoas, I'm gonna use my block. I'm gonna squeeze, I'm gonna pull everything in, and I'm gonna squeeze into a tight little ball, right? And when I'm squeezing in, what I really want to do is squeeze that block, and I want to feel my belly engage. And then I'm going to extend, okay, and pull in. Extend, point your toes, pull in. Now, you will notice when I'm squeezing in, my head is up. When I extend my legs, I'm putting my head down, but I'm keeping my chin tucked. Chin tucked, because if you tip your head back, it's going to ask your abdominals to release. So just play with that. Get your chin to tuck. And again, let's try and do 15. Why not? 15 is that lucky number today. Now, really important on this one is that your low back, when your legs are extended, that low back is flat to the ground, flat. And I'm going to play with mine. I'm going to try and see how low I can go, right? How low can you go? Now, your psoas muscle. What is your psoas muscle? Keep going. Your psoas muscle is a deep abdominal muscle that lines your spine. Okay, so when I say keep your back flat, that psoas has got to really work. It lines your spine, but then it dips up into your hips, and it comes out through the front of your hip and attaches. So it's kind of like this little muscle. It's actually a big muscle that cups, and it kind of supports your internal organs from behind, where your abdominals support them in front. Okay, 1 more. Really make that last one good. Okay, and then let's go ahead and stand up. Okay, standing up, drink of water. Okay. So we're going to incorporate the arms again. I tend to like to go with my 5-pound weights. Done that one for years. So you're going to have your weights in what I call like this is a martial arts punch. So you punch, punch. Okay, do you see what my hand is doing? I'm palms up, and when I punch, I rotate my fist. Rotate. What does a rotation do? A rotation, what it does is it gets more muscles in our arm, because actually if you peeled off the skin and you looked at the muscles, particularly in the lower arm, they kind of are rope-like. They wrap around like a rope. So to do that rotation is nice. So what we're going to do is here, we're going to side squat, punch, punch, side squat, punch, punch, side squat. Okay, so this is 2, because, all right, side squat, 3, side squat, 4. Now, when I have my hands at my waist, they're reminding me to really get my abdomen engaged. Okay, and then when you do a punch, 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 you know, you would do a punch in martial arts and go towards the sternum. So you're punching out at somebody's sternum. Okay, so here, right, we're at 7. We're going to 15. Nice full deep breaths. Right? 9. Good. Get those shoulder blades back. Squeeze them back all the time. Get your posture tall. Right? This is 11. Whew. Great. 2 more. Right? Side squats are a little different than straight forward ones, because they help to get the inner thigh. Okay, put them down. Let's go down. Okay. Now I realize some people have a tough time getting down to the ground, but if it takes you the whole time, what it might take me to do my 15 reps, that's exercise for you. So let's focus on it. Let's work on it. Let's get better at it. Okay, the next one. So we did the abdominals. We did the deep, but now we have to focus on our back a little bit. People forget that their back is so important. How many friends do you have that say to you, oh, I have such a bad low back? And to me, when somebody says that to me, the first thing that comes to my head is they have a weak core. They do have a weak core. If they have pain, they have weakness. Bottom line, they have weakness and they have tightness. So what we've been building up to for this, I like to use my blocks sometimes. Bonnie Pruden was always great at this. She put a toy in your hand like a little kid, right? So that you get your mind off the muscles that we're strengthening and you focus on the toy. So I got my turquoise block. I'm going to go down, put the block under my forehead. My feet can be just slightly apart. And what I'm going to do is, for the count of 15, so we're going to push it a little, I'm going to lift everything up and I'm going to pass my block. And every time my block comes in front, I'm going to count, and you can reverse the direction too. Okay. Now, when you're doing that, the arms are off the ground, the chest is off the ground, the legs are entirely off the ground. The butt should be working hard. Okay. And you should be checking partway through, keep saying to yourself as your chest is going to droop, get it back up again. Okay. Now, if you have a tough time and you have a back problem, I want you to lift one arm, put it down, one leg, put it down, one leg, one arm, put it down, one leg, put it down, okay? And alternate. Okay, let's go. Ready? Up. So there's 1. Keep those legs up, chest up. Okay, that's 3. I'm reversing direction every time. 4. This is going to feel, some of you are going to feel this in your shoulders, but you're actually taking your shoulders through some nice range of motion. Get the legs up, get the chest up higher. Okay, 7, 8. Come on, get that chest and legs up. 9, 10, 11, 12. Get them up higher. 13, 14, and 15. Great. Go ahead and come on up. What I want you to do is this. I want you to round, and I want you to sink. I want you to round. Do that old sway back horse. Get some stretches in there. Okay, now we're in a great position. I want you to take your block, stick it between your thighs, squeeze it. I want your hands. Actually, we're going to go, a lot of times people have problems on their wrists. So I'm going to do the sticky window technique. I'm going to reach my hands forward, pull the sticky window down, right? So I love Zoom because I can really correct myself. So you don't want your elbows like this in front of your shoulders. You want to get your shoulders right above, right? But you can start them and you can pull them in. By pulling, I want you to pull your belly button in. I want your block squeezed. And then I want you to do this. Here, let me move up so you can see. I want your head long, and I want you to pop out on your toes, squeeze into a plank, set your knees down. I want you to go out, squeeze, set your knees down. We're going to do this for 15. Go ahead. Squeeze and take a deep breath. Set down. Squeeze, push back through your heels, get your butt down, set down. So I'm not really moving through my shoulders. I'm really just pushing my feet and my butt back. Tighten those legs, get them active. Pull your tummy in. 5. We're going to 15. 6. 7. Come on, work it good. Don't forget to breathe, people, right? 10, pull that belly in. 11, 12, 13, 14, come on, one more, and 15. Perfect. Let's go ahead and come on up. Last exercise, super easy, easy peasy. Okay. Second set, we're going to move through all those a little quicker. But block, legs are shoulders width, weights. And all I want you to do here, it's really about engaging the hamstring, okay? The butt will need to help us because you're going to get those shoulders back, and you need to check that every time because with weights, when you bend at the waist, your weights are going to automatically go forward and they pull your shoulders, but I want you to keep your shoulders flat. And with your back and your shoulders flat, all I want you to think about is going as far as you can. You get a tug on those hamstrings. Keep your eyes on the wall in front. And then I want you to reach deep into your butt and have your butt lift you up. Okay? So it's forward, keeping the shoulders. Remember what I'm telling you about the weights. The weights will want to round your back, but do not let them. Do not let them. Do not let them. Squeeze, pull your belly in, stand up tall. Nice full deep breath. Squeeze. Squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. That's it. And you remember when you're coming up, a lot of times when people do this, what they do is they use their legs to get them up. I want you to really feel that your butt, you're here, you feel the stretch in your hamstrings. Now get the butt to lift you. Okay, right? 5 more, really good ones. Get those shoulders pinched back. Eight, 9, 10, 11, 12, come on, pull that belly in, 13, you should feel those hamstrings, 14, and 15. Perfect. All right, let's get a nice sip of water. We're going to start from the beginning. Okay, you're going to do a straight-legged, had to shut my door, a straight-legged sit-up this time. Remember, all our abdominals this time. We're going to do with a weight, okay, except for our psoas. And possibly our when we do upper back, we'll use a light weight if you have one. So you're here, you're going to tuck and roll. And if you have a tough time getting up, just take that weight and bring it forward. Why do I focus on the same abdominals every week? Because I want to know, people, that you can do the basics before you're jumping into other classes and you're doing abdominal exercises where you may be just trying to keep up with the class, but you're not doing them correctly and you're not understanding them. So think of my classes, you know, that basic, even if you're in another class and you can't keep up with the instructors on your abdominal work, you now have tools to come to. You can take these basics and know that you're really working a basic core exercise, okay? We can always get fancy on any abdominal exercise, but the thing is doing it correctly and making sure that core is being strengthened. 3 more. 2 more. 1. Beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and get up. All right. The first exercise is a squat, punch, punch. Squat, punch, punch. You can do it with the block between your legs. I think that was the first exercise. Most importantly, get those shoulder blades back. Okay. No, actually, I'm sorry. It was a squat, bicep curl. Squat, bicep. I knew the elbows were close. So both on a punch punch and a bicep curl, you know, on a bicep curl, I don't want your arm going up. You know, use the elbow at the hips and just hinge it. Okay. I also put my thumb underneath with all my fingers so that I don't get like my thumb really being the one that's lifting. I want my biceps to lift, okay? 5, 6, okay? Work on how low you're going, okay? So sometimes if I want to check, I have these low cushy chairs in my sun porch here. I just want to touch and come up. I want to know that I'm going low and come up, low and come up. So, you know, a chair in the room, particularly if you're coming back from knee and hip type surgery, you know, to have that so that you can practice how low you're going and improve on it. 3, belly's pulled in, chest is up. 2, yep, and 1. Great. Put the weights down, keep your block, get a sip of water. let's go right into that bent knee sit up. We're going to do 15. I'm going to add my weight. We got to move through these. Okay. So bent knee, my feet are flat. Do I tuck my legs? Do I tuck them under a chair, or do I do this without? If you tuck them under the chair, so go ahead and start. If you tuck them under the chair, what I find is people really grab with their feet. And so they're getting a great anterior tib exercise. What's your anterior tib? Your lower leg. So I want you to try and do it without. I'd rather you use the strap, do as much as you can and use the strap for the support of the last part of it. Okay, or that part where you really got to lower your back down. Let's do 6 more. Okay, 5 more. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, let's go ahead and hop up. If you need lighter weights, we're going to go ahead and do a deltoid. Okay, your deltoids, remember your shoulder cap. So we're going to do not a ton of squats. Okay, it'll be a little wider squat. Hands are at the sides. Remember, it's really important to keep those shoulders back. Okay, so it's a squat up, lift, in, out, bring them down. Squat, up, lift. You're staying shoulders level. Sometimes it looks. The other thing that I'm doing is keeping my thumb on top instead of underneath. Okay, again, that helps it so I'm not twisting and my thumb and my bicep are doing more than work than the deltoid. So it's squat, up, lift. And, you know, sometimes I stop to give you guys corrections. You don't need to stop with me unless you need a break. Right? Feel those deltoids. You have your thumb on top. When I stand right here, my butt's tight. Before I lift the deltoids, I do a quick butt tight, tummy in, shoulders back. Boom, boom, boom. Down, up, butt tight, tummy in, shoulders back. Okay? Let's do 6 more. That's it. Lift through your feet, tuck your chin, lift through the top of the head. Get those shoulder blades down. Don't let the shoulders crawl up into the ears. And by the way, I am looking outside today. What a great day to get outside and see spring bursting in front of your eyes. Like literally, after all that rain, literally, what an upbeat day it'll be. I don't care what kind of mood you're in. You get out there and you enjoy nature a little bit today, and it is going to boost you. Up, in, out, and down. Great. Okay, so come on down. We're going to do psoas. The other thing, we've been fighting a bear all spring, literally. So this one, you're going to grab your block. That bear, my husband loves bird feeders. I really appreciate him too. It's just, I let him really run that job. Squeeze in, head comes in. And then when you reach out, the back needs to stay flat. In, back, in, keep your chin tucked. In, because if you tip your head back, that poor neck, you know, your head is heavy. You should lay it on a scale sometime, just see how heavy it is. I mean, I think they say your head's almost like, you know, 15 pounds. I mean, it's heavy. You know, you get a lot of, depending on how smart you are too, I think the heavier, the smarter you are, the heavier your head. Okay, so let's do 9, 10. So the birds and the bear. Gary's probably had the same bear over at his house. Kathy's had the same bear over at her house. I think they kind of have a general neighborhood. Mine's got a limp. So if you see her with a limp, it's the one that's in my neighborhood. Okay. Anyhow, she just absolutely bends the bird feeder poles in half. I don't know. It's like she's like Superwoman. Okay, so let's go ahead and stand up. We're gonna do a side squat, punch, punch. Side squat, punch, punch. Get your, get a good set of weights here, people. Pull that. So before you start, belly in, butt tight, shoulders back. And then you squat, you punch, punch, squat, squat, punch, punch. Remember when you throw the punch, your arm is rotating. So it's going from here to here, here to here. You're punching right at somebody's sternum. A little self-defense, right? Here. Punch, punch. Punch, punch, 7. Punch, punch, 8. Punch, punch, 9. Punch, punch, 10. Punch, punch, 11. Nice full deep breaths. Come on. Got 3 more. Let's make it good. 1, sit right down. 2, punch, punch. Now you got to make that last one your best one. Here, here, punch, punch. Good. Down to the ground. If you have a lighter set of weights, which I do, okay, you go to those tag sales, pick up your weights. They practically give them away. I'm going to take my 1-pounder. We're going to do Superman. We're going to Superman, but you can continue to stay with the block, or you can pass your small weight. Okay. So I'm on my tummy. I'm pulling my belly button in. I'm tightening my butt. I'm going down. And then I'm putting my weight in front and I'm passing it. Touch, pass, touch, pass. Get those legs up. Get your chest up. Right? You get halfway through and you may decide to go back to your weight or to your block, or you've been using your block and you may decide, I'm going to finish with a weight. Okay, so that's 9, 10, 11, get your chest up. Even if you have to use your hands, get those legs up. 13, 14, 15. Okay, stand up, or actually, no, hands and knees, up, down, up, down. I'm looking for my block. Okay. Get your block, put it between your legs. Okay, we're going to stay at our hands and knees. We're actually going to drop to our elbows by pulling down. Pull your elbows. Get your belly button pulled in. Get those shoulders. You don't want to be back. You want to get them right over. And what you're going to do is you're going to do that selfie plank. The selfie plank means when I kick my toes back, I'm holding it long enough for a selfie. Drop them down. Breathe up. 3. I want everything tight and working. I want you constantly readjusting your shoulders so they end up over. Your elbows, pull your belly button in. Tighten your butt, make your legs active. Squeeze that block. 8, 9, planks always make me sweat. 10, 5 more. 5, 4, woo, 3, 2,
But they don't come always when you come.
and 1.
Okay. You all that out? Oh.
Last exercise, I want you to stand up. We're going to do our deadlift. I like to use a heavier weight. I'm going to use a block. Okay. Remember a deadlift. My shoulders are back. I'm squeezing the block. My butt is tight. All right. I'm going to keep my eyes on the wall in front of me. The weights will want to pull my shoulders forward, but I'm going to keep them back. And then I'm going to come up, pull my belly and my tummy in. Down. Up. Squeeze the butt. Down.
No, I won't. That's why I was asking you. Yeah.
Okay. Squeeze.
I understand, but some people look at the spectrum.
That's it. Dorian, you're working, I hope. 7. Squeeze. 8. Breathe, everybody.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you know, do you want to postpone your party?
10. 11. Come on, really work it hard. Make sure those shoulders are staying back when you bend over. Keep your eyes up. Make your butt lift you up. Okay, 2 more. Pull that belly in. Use the butt. Really squeeze.
I was in a city.
Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. I got 3 minutes to stretch us out. Although many of you, if you want, on your mats and you can stretch longer. Okay. But let's go ahead and do a couple right on our back. So you're here. I'm going to do happy baby. Happy baby. Grab the bottom of your feet and try and pull your knees to the ground. Let your head go flat, get your back flat, and rock yourself a little bit side to side.
Okay.
Now, what I want you to focus on with happy baby is, can you get your sacrum, which is the bone in between your butt cheeks, flat on the ground? Okay. And when you do that, you do get like this sense of like relaxation in the low back. And pull those, pump those knees side to side. Right? And then take your legs together.
We're not out there.
Both legs to the right. Let your head look up at the ceiling. Let your arm go to the left. Look down your left arm as your legs go to the right. Try and get your shoulder flat. Take a nice deep breath into where you feel the tightness.
Whatever you do, we're here to help.
And then bring your legs up.
All right.
Go to the other side. You can straighten your legs out. Let your right arm go flat.
Okay. Okay. So we're only 10 now, including you.
And come center. I want you to grab hold of your block. Stick it under your butt.
Oh, she's not
Let
there.
your legs go long.
Okay.
Let your arms go long.
Let me just go back. Okay. All right.
Pull your left knee, pull it into the chest. Pulse it in as you keep your right heel down. Go ahead and switch. And switch again. Really try and get the long leg heel on the ground. Even if it pops off when you pull, the idea is pushing down. And then switch again. Okay. And then everybody, you can finish off with your favorite stretch. Thank you all. Thank you all. I'm going to take a quick screenshot. So I just have who was here. Boom. Okay. And everybody have a great day. You're the best. Get out walking today. Get out in your gardens. Get out, see a friend. You know, do something. I'm finding, you know, since so many of us have been boxed in for COVID, that step outside is a big step. And so you're okay. Get out there, you know, take those steps gently, and, you know, you don't have to hug anybody if you don't feel comfortable, but you can walk. You can go walk on Baldwin Hill, and you can be out. What did they say? Oh, this was the other thing, is that outside, they said, if you're outside with somebody, it's absolutely safe without a mask. So particularly in the Berkshires, I would say get up on Baldwin Hill and let the breeze blow everything by. Thanks, everybody. Talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.